channel. This is video 4 of my 12 days of Christmas DIYs. So if you're seeing this, I hope you all also saw video 1, 2 and 3, because if you didn't, go down. I'll link the playlist down below and you have to go and see it. And by the way, if you're gonna do any of these DIYs, please post them, send them to me. I don't know, I really want to see what you've done. Hashtag Cloudsmas, I'll write it down below. I will really like to go and see your work too. So even if you have like similar videos to this one, please send them or comment them down below and I'll make sure to see them too. So I think I talked enough and we'll go right into the video. So for this DIY, you're going to need a little basket, and I have this since like grade 10, I think, because I had to do it for arts and crafts and I never finished it, so I just had it there and I decided to finish it for this DIY. So all I'm doing is taking some white paint and I am going to paint all of it basically white, except for the parts where I had already like worked on it. So what I'm just doing is doing 2 coats. I think I did 2 coats. In some places I had to do 3 because you could still see like the wood underneath it and I didn't want to see that. So that's what I did for this DIY. By the way, I don't think it's that hard to find a small basket. I mean, any craft or painting store will have it, so don't like not consider something like this because you can find the supplies really easily. Sorry if the lighting is so bad, like from now, because it's like dark. I think I finished this like at night, because sometimes I have these like random times where I want to do something and I think I did this like later than normal and it gets really dark really soon, so I might have done this like at 6 and it was already dark. Anyway, here I'm just painting it all white and finishing the last touches. The inside was the hardest part because there was that thing in the middle, so yeah. So once you're done, it should look something like this. And what I decided to do was take a plastic bag so it wouldn't get dirty and just fill it up with sweets. And I thought this was a great idea because anyone would love sweets, like seriously. And those were so good, by the way. So I just put them and plunged them in and then opened the bag so it would be easier to get them. And that is it. That is the final project. So I bet you can find it, a basket, anywhere. So for this DIY you're going to need a jar, which I got from IKEA, some pieces of paper, these blue ones. I had these blue ones at home, so I just used these. Some scissors to cut the paper, and some pens or pencils just to write down the books to read. So this is a great gift for someone who likes to read. Like, you could give them ideas on what to read next, and that, I think it's a good idea, a gift idea. So basically you're going to write some random titles of books you like or of which you've heard of or whatever. And you're gonna fill up the entire jar. That is basically what you're going to do. It's very simple and self-explanatory. So right now I'm just writing some titles I've read, and I love like classic books like Oliver Twist and Pride and Prejudice, so I read those lately, so I was writing down the last books I read. And yeah, when you're done with the paper, you're just going to cut it in strips and just put them all in the jar. So basically, when you have a big amount of strips, you don't want to have like only a few, and I had a lot of strips. You're just going to open your jar and put them all in. That is so easy. Like, this is probably the easiest out of all. And in some cases, I also put stars, which is practically the mark I gave the book. I usually did like between the 4 and the 5 stars, because if you're going to give this to someone, you don't want to give them bad books. Like, you want to give them good books to read. So once you're done, you're just gonna close it. And what I did was take a nice golden bow, and I went and put it in front of it. I had to open it because I thought I did it before. I thought I hoped I could reuse the same exact bow, but I couldn't, so I had to like redo the bow. And then when you're done, I just added a little label that says TBR Jar, to be read jar. And here we are. This is the final project. And I thought it was a really cute idea for someone who's really into reading. So for this DIY, you're gonna need a stencil, and you have to have one round circle and 4 of those triangular looking figures, which aren't really triangles, but that kind of thing. And you have to go on and cut them out. So you want to cut them so you have the proper stencil for the fabric.
Sì?
Ci ho parlato prima. So once you're done cutting, you're just going to get your fabric, and I chose this gray one with little red hearts on it, which I thought was really cute. And you're gonna open it up and just trace your patterns basically on top. So you're gonna use your stencil to trace it on top with a pencil. When you're done, you're just gonna cut them out, and you should have something like this. So 4 of one and a circle. And I'm just taking one of the little ones to do a face on it. So we have like the 2 eyes, the mouth, and I did 2 little things for the cheeks. So when it's done, you're just gonna get the triangular pieces and you're going to glue them together on the outside. So you're basically going to glue the part you want to see in the end. So you're gonna glue I can't explain this. It's really hard. So basically the part you want to see has to be in the inside right now. I don't know, just look at the video. It's really hard to explain, sorry. So once you're done with the triangular pieces, it should look something like this, and the face should be inside. Now what we're going to do is put the base of it by putting the circle, by sticking the circle with the rest. You're basically going to take your glue gun and you're going to glue the circle to only 3 of the faces, so that there will be a slit open to put the stuffing inside. So once you're done, you should have still a slit open, and what you're going to do is take it and turn it over. So you're basically going to use that slit to pull everything from the inside to the outside. Now what we're going to do is take the stuffing and stuff our soft toy. So it was really hard to open, by the way. And we're just gonna stuff the little soft toy so it looks like it's fully stuffed, and then we're going to close the slit by using the glue gun too. By the way, this DIY can be done with sewing, but I thought this way was going to be easier, even though it turned out pretty hard because the glue is really hot and you have to be fast with your hands. So maybe sewing would have been a better idea, but anyway, I think it came out really cute anyway. And this is what it should look like when it's done. So here it is in my little basket, which I showed you before, and I just put him in there because it fit like perfectly. I thought it came really cute.